1800 hours Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Sumaira Kamal. The headlines first. Prime Minister says the government is laying special focus on the development of big cities for growth of national economy. President has said the world recognized Pakistan as a peaceful and responsible nuclear state. National Command and Operations Centre has issued new guidelines in the wake of increasing number of coronavirus cases in the country. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting has appealed to ECP to reconstitute scrutiny committee so that the process of scrutiny of PPP and PMLN accounts could be completed. All-Party Hurriyat Conference has stressed the need for peaceful solution to the Kashmir dispute. Afghanistan's interim government has called on international governments to officially recognize Taliban administration. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says the government is laying special focus on the development of big cities as they are the real engines of growth for the national economy. Chairing a meeting on plan for big cities in Islamabad today, he said due to rural to urban areas migration, cities are facing multiple challenges including housing, job opportunities and civic amenities are scarce. The Prime Minister directed the concerned to take all possible measures to clear hiccups in the way of completion of various development schemes in big cities on priority basis. He also directed to work in close coordination and launched a concerted campaign for the uplift and development of big cities like Karachi, Lahore, Multan, Faisalabad, Rawalpindi and Gujranwala. President Dr. Arif Alvi says Pakistan played a major role in the peace and stability in Afghanistan. In an interview, the president said the world recognized Pakistan as a peaceful and responsible nuclear state governed by morality and moral values. Pakistan saved Afghanistan from being isolated, he said during the extraordinary meeting of the foreign ministers of OIC in Islamabad. Pakistan portrayed an actual picture of the war-torn country. Contrary to Pakistan's role, the president said India's profile is diminishing due to its antics. Today, the world recognized Prime Minister Imran Khan's initiatives. Dr. Arif Alvi stressed upon the adequate training and increased enrollment of students in the IT sector. He said the government is providing 50,000 scholarships to the youth and further said online education is the future of the world and through modern initiatives they could handle the youth bulge. The National and Command Operations Centre has issued new guidelines in the wake of increasing number of coronavirus cases in the country. The decisions to this effect were taken at a meeting of NCOC held in Islamabad today with Minister for Planning Asad Umar in the chair. According to fresh guidelines, restrictions on limit of people for indoor and outdoor weddings will continue till 15th of next month. The educational institutes will remain open with stringent COVID-19 protocols, while offices will continue working with 100% attendance for fully vaccinated people. However, work from home will be encouraged. The NCOC has, however, directed for 50% attendance of students below 12 years of age in districts where COVID positivity ratio is above 10%. Indoor and outdoor gatherings, cinemas, amusement parks and sports activities will continue but only for fully vaccinated people. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib has appealed to Election Commission of Pakistan to reconstitute scrutiny committee so that the process of scrutiny of Pakistan People's Party and Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz's accounts could be completed. Talking to the media persons in Islamabad today, he asked the ECP to write a letter to the State Bank of Pakistan to get data of bank accounts of all political parties registered with the Commission. He further said the PMLN wanted to flee in foreign funding case as it is opposing scrutiny of its accounts. Farooq Habib said that PTI has accounted for its donations and is ready for further scrutiny. The audit of the accounts of the PPP and PMLN should also be completed at the earliest. Minister for Human Rights Shiri Mazari says the government is taking all necessary steps to protect journalists' rights. Addressing a ceremony in Islamabad this afternoon, she said Media Professionals Act 2021 is milestone in this regard. The minister said rules are being finalized and this bill will be operational in next few days. She said the aim of the bills is to safeguard rights including security, privacy and life protection of media professionals. This is Radio Pakistan. Israeli forces have destroyed the home of Palestinian family in Sheikh Jarrah in occupied East Jerusalem. According to media reports, large numbers of Israeli police and special forces raided the home and cordoned off the surrounding area. Dozens of heavily armed forces broke into their home while they slept and assaulted family members, arresting 6 of them, including the head of the household. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the incarcerated All-Party Hurriyat Conference Vice Chairman Shabir Ahmed Shah has stressed the need for peaceful solution to the Kashmir dispute. In a message from New Delhi's infamous Tihar jail, he said Kashmir issue is the main cause of tension, arms race, political and economic instability, hunger and unemployment in the South Asian region. He said hundreds of thousands of Kashmiris have sacrificed their lives for the Kashmir cause and India cannot deprive the Kashmiri people of their birthright, the right to self-determination. Meanwhile, in a statement, senior All-Party Hurriyat Conference leader Mirwais Umar Farooq expressed grave concern over the threat to the life of illegally detained Kashmiri Hurriyat leaders, youth and human rights activists lodged in various jails of territory and India in the view of spread of coronavirus. He deplored that most of the prisoners are already suffering from various ailments due to lack of proper food and medical facilities in jails. On the other hand, London-based law firm has filed an application with the British police seeking the arrest of India's Army Chief and Home Minister Amit Shah for perpetration of the war crimes in the disputed territory of Jammu and Kashmir. The Paris-based Reporters Without Borders has demanded the immediate reopening of Kashmir Press Club. The press club way closed after being invaded by agents of New Delhi-run local regime and Indian paramilitaries in occupied Jammu and Kashmir last week. In a statement, the Reporters Without Borders posted on its official website termed the Modi regime's action as a coup, which is an Indian government insult to the journalists trying to do their job in the Kashmir Valley, which is now steadily being transformed into a black hole for news and information. Prominent Indian writer Rana Ayub has criticized the Indian government for its continuous online harassment of women journalists. The criticism came in a piece of writing published in Washington Post titled Opinion, an investigation sheds light into Modi's machinery of online hate and manipulation. She said the horrendous fact is that most of these attacks were targeting female journalists who had been outspokenly critical of the Bharatiya Janata Party's government to silence them. The Prime Minister of interim Afghan regime, Mullah Hassan Akhund, has called on international governments to officially recognize Taliban administration. He was addressing a news conference along with United Nations officials in Kabul today. He made an appeal for loosening of restrictions on money into Afghanistan, blaming its growing economy crisis on the freezing of funds. He further said the short-term aid is not the solution and there is need to find a way to solve problems fundamentally. Israeli forces have destroyed the home of Palestinian family in Sheikh Jarrah in occupied East Jerusalem. According to media reports, large number of Israeli police and special forces raided the Saleh home and cordoned off the surrounding area. Dozens of heavily armed forces broke into their home while they slept and assaulted family members, arresting 6 of them, including the head of the household. In the ICC Under-19 World Cup, India will face Ireland while Australia play against Scotland today. Both matches will start at 6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Mainly cold and dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, more light rain and snow is expected in few districts of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Gilgit-Baltistan, Kashmir and adjoining areas during evening and night. Dense fog is likely to prevail in plain areas of Punjab and Upper Sindh. To end the news, here are some of the headlines once again. Prime Minister says the government is laying special focus on the development of big cities for growth of national economy. President has said the world recognized Pakistan as a peaceful and responsible nuclear state. National Command and Operations Center has issued new guidelines in the wake of increasing number of coronavirus cases in the country. Afghanistan's interim government has called on international governments to officially recognize Taliban administration. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/radio Pakistan News Official.